Hello, Internet. How are you today? I wanted to talk to you about fear and insecurity. It's been on my mind lately. Been having a lot of conversations with my friends about it, clients about it, girlfriend about it. I want to talk to you about it. Let's chat. Fear and insecurity. I want to know, how does fear and insecurity affect you in your life? Drop me a comment. You don't even have to watch any more of the video. I'm just curious. How does it affect you? I see it all the time. In fact, I'm kind of convinced that fear and insecurity might be the #1 roadblock, obstacle in the path of progress, growth, success. For myself, for others around me, it just seems to be consistently coming back to fear and insecurity. I had recently a situation where someone very successful, businessman, entrepreneur, investor, reached out to me for coaching in social confidence and social context, and it goes pretty deep. I felt thoughts coming up in my head like, what can I offer this really successful guy? He's got like a ton of businesses, he's an investor, he's doing really well, public speaker. What could he learn from me? Questions like that. And then I'm thinking, I even mentioned that to him. He's like, dude, yeah, you're more than capable. Like, don't let those thoughts in your head. So I'm just realizing, even those thoughts, I even have like thoughts that you probably am not even aware of, that are holding me back, like stopping me from potentially offering my deepest gifts, my truest offerings to the world. I know a lot of you out there probably going through the same thing right now. So I'm just making this for you guys, and for anyone who's sort of interested in this, who's thought about this, who wants to talk about it. Fear and insecurity, I think it's the #1 thing. Clients of mine, or friends of mine in business who are trying to go out and sell stuff, I see it time and time again. It's like almost every single day or week. Definitely every week, almost every day. I could tell you an example I see somewhere where fear and insecurity is holding someone back from taking the extra step to approach a potential customer or client and make a sale. You know, if it's if you have a job, it's like taking that one extra step or a few extra steps to like set a meeting with your boss, sit him down, look him in the eye and say, I'm doing great work here. I know you're busy, so you probably haven't had a chance to really see the effort I'm putting in. This is something I never did, which I should have done, because I was doing great work when I still had a job. And I knew I wasn't getting, like, my efforts weren't being noticed by, my boss. And I should have sat them down and said, I'm doing great work. I would like a raise and recognition for my great work, because I'm outworking these other people in all these different ways. I want to be acknowledged for that. Fear and insecurity stopped me from doing that. Could have made more money in the job. In a business sense, stops us from making more sales or for raising our prices, for charging what we're worth. Fear and insecurity stops us from making money, stops us from getting the relationships we want, stops us from walking through life with confidence, with ease. Fear and insecurity. It comes back to that over and over again, guys, for me. And I can tell you, I'm 24 years old now. For almost all of the life that I remember, from maybe ages like 7 to 21 or something, I was like riddled with insecurities and fears that held me back in all the ways possible. I mean, I remember fear and insecurity stopped me from chasing so many potential opportunities. I know a lot of you relate to this, some of you may not. But what are the opportunities? Beyond, like, let's start a dialogue here. Like, I'll share even with you some stories of me right now that are embarrassing, but I want to talk about it because it's important. This is something that, God, everyone, you can see it even in kids, like in their as young as like 10 years old, or even younger sometimes. You can see like insecurity has already gotten to them, like social conditioning already got. And I just imagine what we could do if we could like sort of rid ourselves of that, or at least put some more focus on getting better. Like removing the blindfold of limiting beliefs and insecurities, all those negative thoughts, dropping all that and just like being clear. Imagine what we could do. So when I see this, I can tell you a quick background. For those of you who don't know, a lot of people who might see this would know that I was very insecure and shy socially for many years. And this was a product of me not knowing who I was. And some people say, yeah, but no one knows who they were at that age. Yeah, it's true, but I was very aware that I was not living up to my potential. I had like these self-imposed limitations, thoughts, negative thoughts that turned into negative thought patterns, and then negative habits, or lack of habits. Overall, added up to like social anxiety, very on and off sort of connections with other people. Sometimes if I was more confident in the moment, or a little bit more free, less in my head, it'd be easier for me to socialize and get along with people and make friends easy. Sometimes I'd be so locked in my head, I feel like I was frozen, like tense, and like just literally like a statue, couldn't move, like just can't process, like crippled by some sense of like anxiety, social anxiety. But it came ultimately down to my relationship with myself. And I just kept looking at it for years, trying to figure out how can I improve the relationship to myself. I should feel good in my own body, by myself at least. If I can't feel good at least by myself, that's a good place to start. So, guys, this is very important stuff to me. I think about this all the time, and it's valuable as well for the right people. I mean, this guy potential client who wants to work with me on his social skills, his confidence, he's already a very cool, confident, socially savvy guy. He's already very successful. For a guy like that to focus on eliminating the last few or whatever obstructive, limiting beliefs, insecurities he has, focus on that, get rid of them, it's gonna have a big effect on him. He's already at like 7-figure earning level. These kinds of things, when you're already successful, or when you already have other things going on for you, or you focus on, succeeding. This is crazy. This compounds that and turns you into like, I don't know, just it gives more power to everything else you do. And God, like, I don't want you to think that I consider myself an expert on this. I don't. I'm not an expert on this. I'm just trying to figure it out. But every day I try, and I've gotten. I'll tell you, like, after 8 years of looking at this stuff, looking at myself, testing, exploring, and actively seeking out mentors and experiences that are going to enrich me in this way and educate me faster than if I were to do nothing. After 8 years, I am a different person, and a lot of those fears and insecurities can't exist anymore in my mind. Like, I literally can't go backwards. And sometimes I revert back to old thought patterns, negative ones. Happens actually quite regularly. But there's a certain point which I can never slide back to, because there's just too much contradictory evidence against those insecurities that whatever I want to do is possible. Like, I've stuck at it long enough, to be honest. I'm probably not, I don't know how much different I would seem if you don't really know me. But people who really know me even comment like, whoa, dude, you're different. And it's happened in a few stages. And I don't know why this is so important to me, but it just really changed everything. This changed everything for me. Focusing on this stuff changed my whole life. And yeah, so I'm gonna give you one quick exercise that helped me quite a bit, helped some of my clients quite a bit. I think it has some potential to help you as well. And I want you to try it, give it a shot, let me know what you think about the exercise, and also let me know how you see insecurity and fear in your life. So here's the exercise, all right? I want you to just go to your bathroom or somewhere where you have a mirror, plant yourself in front of it, stand real close, this close, like close enough that you kiss yourself, like very close. You want to be looking right in your eyes and breathing consistently. Just focus on your breath. Look at your eyes. Don't let your eyes leave your eyes, and just focus on your breath. And again, this is not like normal looking yourself in the mirror. Like, you're not checking out your hair or your beard line, your makeup. It's not about that. It's about looking deep into your eyes, breathing consistently, and relaxing yourself to the point where you're not thinking, you're just feeling the person in front of you, the human being. And when you assess yourself in the mirror, in real time, breathing, mind shut off, what I've noticed that happens is I see my own eyes in the mirror, and everything else about me starts to fade away, almost becomes blurry or black, like not there. And then I just start to feel what's going on inside of me in real time, as if it weren't me. So in other words, I almost lose sense of self, and I just become awareness. And then I'm seeing myself, almost seems like from an outside perspective. It takes a little bit of practice to do this. And you gotta just, like I said, breathe, relax. Just commit to it for 20 minutes. If you only do it for like 10, that's fine, that's great. But commit to just sitting there until you get comfortable. It's gonna take a little bit. And at that point, when you start to relax, you're gonna start to see yourself from another perspective. And you will notice things behind your eyes, emotions that you're having that you probably didn't know you were projecting. And these are like breadcrumbs. You can follow that look in your eye that you noticed back to the thought that was behind it. Maybe it was a thought of self-criticism, self-judgment, something negative perhaps. And you see the feeling in your eyes. Oh, you notice it. There's an insecurity. You follow it back to your mind. Notice the thought. Suddenly you're aware of this thought. Now you can change it. Okay, and these things, this has worked wonders for me. I know it sounds kind of weird to just stand and look yourself in the mirror like that, but that expression, take a good long look at yourself in the mirror, that's an expression for a reason, I found out, and it's very valuable. So I suggest you try it. That's it. Please let me know if you do try it and what you notice about it. Let me know how you see insecurity and fear affecting people around you, strangers, friends, families, loved ones, or yourself. And last but not least, how is fear and insecurity stopping you right now? And what is it stopping you from doing? Like, what would you do now if you didn't have fear and insecurity stopping you? And yeah, let's start the conversation. I'm really curious. Think about this stuff all the time. It's my whole world. It's changed everything for me. And I really think it's the most valuable thing that I found that I really wanted to share it. So hope it helps you guys. Thanks for watching.